Fatty liver disease. This is the most common problem, and we talked about it earlier, right in the very beginning. 25% of the world's population have this fatty liver disease. So I thought this is worth just a few minutes having a look at. So what is fatty liver disease? You think of it maybe just a whole lot of fat accumulating in the liver. Well, in a sense it is, but it only needs to be 5%. So you see there, if it's more than 5% of liver cells, and also when there's no alcohol involved. So that's the proper classification of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Of course, alcohol can be involved in liver damage, which is also, a liver toxin. But this occurs without alcohol. And the most common underlying factors are insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes. They play a role because it's largely to do with the consumption of processed sugars and processed fats, and the overconsumption of these in high levels over a long period of time. And that's probably the most common problem we have in our society, modern affluent society worldwide, is the processed food industry is pumping the food, often with artificial or denatured sugars or fats or simplified carbohydrates of some form, trans fats, things that are really foreign to the body, and we overconsume those. And what tends to happen is the liver converts these over a period of time to glycogen stores in the liver, but then this overflows and we end up with fat accumulating in the actual liver cells where it shouldn't be. And this can cause eventually liver failure. So the liver just actually becomes stagnant and stops. And that is actually the most common liver toxin. So think of it this way: processed food is probably the number one liver toxin that we can classify. And that's probably one liver toxin that we can also avoid. So the key to this one is to go on whole food, unprocessed food, because you're not going to get too much sugar from eating fruit, and that's not going to cause fatty liver disease. You're going to get too much sugar or too much fat from processed foods, and particularly processed meats. And so you might want to have a little bit of a dig into this when you get to the page. There's some more information about sugar and fatty liver. And what I'm going to do next time is we will dig into what we can do to care for our liver, how we can heal our liver, what foods we can use and what herbs we can use, and really go specifically into liver healing and liver care.